Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Hey, continue to do what you guys been doing. For those of you that are new, continue to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell, like the prompter says. And for those of you that are already subscribed, make sure you're not unsubscribing. Ever since I've been saying this, my subscriptions have been rising, been going up. So thank you guys. For all of you that are new, welcome aboard. Make sure you don't fall for any spam in the comment section. Never send money or crypto to anyone. I don't manage anybody's money. Don't have a WhatsApp. All right. Lastly, anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. All right, let's hit a few points, and then I'm going to share with you guys where I think the market is headed. All right, so as you can see, if you was watching the pre-markets, you could see that it's just been a roller coaster day. It was up a couple of 100 points, then it came down, and then it may be back up by the time you view this. I believe that it's going to be a very confusing week for the market, but overall, I don't think it's going to be a good week. I said that on yesterday's video, and right after I said that, the pre-markets was up, and I was like, this is interesting, but I still didn't trust it, all right? So we know that oil prices here in the United States are actually going down and may continue to go down short term. OPEC is cutting its production, and Russia is cutting off gas to Europe. You know, they were first saying maintenance, and now the truth just comes out, right? They want these sanctions lifted, and they're using oil as a weapon, but some may say that here in the States, there's always suspicious things when gas goes high. There's always fires, when gas get high, and then they're shut down for maintenance. But we do know, good people, I'm going to keep saying it. We're in midterms elections. And if you don't think that things could get really evil and underhanded during elections, I got a bridge to nowhere to sell you. All right. And some wooden nickels. All right. Let's listen to a back and forth to these two ladies that I'm going to play for you. And I want you to know that I actually agree with the guess on what could happen to the market going from here. I believe that, we got some downturn. I believe that we're going to revisit June lows. And then I believe that around October-ish, we could have a rebound. That's what I've been talking with you guys, sharing with you guys. And listen to this. And it kind of lines up with what I've been saying.
Absolutely. And September, like you said, is such a challenging month. And if we're taking it a look from a seasonality perspective, just like you said, it's very challenging, and layered into a midterm year, it's even more so challenging. But if we take a step back for seasonality and look forward into October, when we have those downward months in September, October is up 65% of the time, up about 2.14%, which should really overcome the weakness and the storm that we expect in September. And Powell has a lot of data that's going to come out that will hopefully help alleviate that as we get more communication and clarity into what the market wants to do and how it reacts.
Jessica, things have felt pretty good the last few weeks and maybe the last 6 to 8 weeks overall. Maybe not good all the time, but a lot better than we had been doing for this year to this point. What technicals are you watching that tell you that things could get better here? What key levels?
Yeah, so I really care about the cloud model. I think that's extremely important. We looked at key levels as far as when Powell spoke, and also when he last spoke, and we actually retracted right back to that level. So it's a little different from your technical basis, is just looking from a starting point to an ending point, qualitative, quantitative, if you will. But from a support level, it's 38 to 3,900. I actually love the way Carter Worth describes support. It's like a mattress. So it's soft and it sinks in. So that's the level we're watching right now. Going below that, and I've been calling it for a while, is that 200 weekly moving average, historically taking a big picture on the overall market.
Sorry about that, good people. Hey, so as you guys could see this chart, you could see right there, you see it's 37. She's going to say where her key point is of where she thinks the S&P could dip down. And remember, I did a video that I'm going to continue to leave at the end of all of these videos showing that we could start to enter back into buying. This is separate from DCAing, but buying back in after around 37.90-ish. Of course, in a recession, it could go lower. I'm just suggesting for me, that's where I'm going to start to enter in to buy, right? Remember, you must do your own due diligence. Let's continue to listen.
In every major bear market, it always surpasses that line. And that line right now is around 3,600.
What do you do with some of these big macro stories?
So you guys heard that. She's at 3,600, okay? So let's continue to listen, and then I'll close it out.
How do you kind of play that into what you're doing from not a fundamental perspective, but from a technical perspective? How do you kind of play with that?
Yeah, you've got to balance macro versus micro. So in the heart of technical analysis, it's the study of patterns and events, and it believes the market's forward-looking and then prices in any information as soon as it's digested. And then there's that digestive period. And then we look for those levels of support and resistance to see those stopping points and when to play. So if you have something like the Russian news come out today or any CPI data or something like that, we know that's going to move the market. It's almost like when earnings comes out, we anticipate something, and then we utilize those support and resistance levels to see when it's going to stop. And if it tests those levels, is it going to sink further, or is it perhaps going to bounce back?
All right, so we know that the geopolitical situation could ramp up. It appears like Ukraine has got Russia at kind of a standstill. There's been reports that Putin is struggling, trying to get more equipment to fight, and he's looking at North Korea now, blah, 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 blah. So anything could happen in the market as far as geopolitical to send us into a downturn. I believe that the energy crisis is going to come to hurt the United States. I believe that our oil is simply being propped up. I just got to tell you guys the truth. I believe we're in a soft recession. I've been constantly saying that, but this is not bad news, right? Because we ain't scared. We're prepared. I know we ain't. I know ain't a word, but I'm using it. We ain't scared. We prepared because we've been talking about what we're doing to prepare for it. We have an anti-recession portfolio in our Moo app. All right. I suggest that you start to Google what stocks, don't just listen to me, Google what stocks perform well during a recession, a hard recession. A lot of analysts think that the hard recession is coming next year. Well, next year is not that far from now. But just remember that we could go up about 16% from October to the end of the year. And so some of us are going to do some profit taking, not on our DCA, but some of the buys that we can buy right now. We can do some profit taking. And then when the hard recession comes, then we could get back in to some of the same plays. Now, that's what we're doing. If you're following us, we're doing that with our Moo app. Link in the description below. They still have their most aggressive promotion going on. Deposit a minimum of $100. Now, a lot of people have been asking, hey, Larry, you've been talking about the reoccurring fractional shares in Webull. And I'm going to play this video. Oddly enough, I had the same haircut and the same shirt that I played for you guys before. A lot of you guys have asked me to play it again to show you how to set it and forget it. All right, let's take a listen. All right. So I want you guys that don't know how to do it with Webull, if you have Webull, I want you to see how this is done. In the center here, you see there's recurring investment. We're going to tap that. And let's start with Apple, AAPL, right? We're going to select Apple. And then here it says minimum. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick weekly. And let's say we're doing $10 a day. So 10 times 7 is 70. So we're going to put 70 here. So that's $70, right? And so now Let me scroll that down. What is the frequency in what we're going to buy? It says every week. As you can see, it says every 2 weeks, every month, every trading day, depending on when you get paid, right? All right, so frequency every week. Date, Monday. All right, so we're just going to go with Monday because we got, Saturdays and Sundays, weekends, stuff like that, right? So that's what we're going to do. Then we're going to hit next, and then we're going to hit confirm. I just wanted to show you that you need to use your tools. Now, there are other apps that allow you to buy fractional shares. You don't have to download Webull, right? Robin the Hood does it. And in a Fidelity is where I have my Roth IRA, but with Fidelity, I have to actually go and do it weekly. But if you're like me and you're going to forget 1 week, and then 1 week turns into 2 weeks, and then it turns into a month, then it turns into 2 months, the biggest person that you have to protect your money from is yourself. So if you just want to set it and forget it, I generally buy on Fridays because you guys know that's when the sell-offs mainly happen, right? So download the link below for Webull. And again, just deposit $100, but then you could tell it to deposit monthly whatever you're going to be buying. You could set it all up in 1 day, in 10 minutes, and be done for the entire year or until you stop it. All right, good people, we're serious about building generational wealth. All right. And if you're the type that, hey, I can do this myself, make sure you use an app that does fractional shares if you are on a fixed income or you just work a regular 9 to 5. All right. So make sure you check out those links below. Hopefully something I've said have been helpful. If you like anything I said, leave me a comment. I will be traveling and trading this week. I have to speak at a conference. And so I will be coming to you from the road. I'm not going to leave you guys high and dry until next week when I go on my first vacation since COVID. All right. I love you guys. Let's stay positive, live, love, laugh, and learn.